guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to trim a mug, and I thought I would make a video and show you how I do it. So this is tips and tricks of things that I do that might help other people. I hope you like the video. If you do, it would be great if you would like it, share it, and subscribe if you found anything that I do useful. So this is the Giffen Grip Mini. So it comes with different heights of grips. So the two that I'm using right now will be these two. So you put them in like so. And it automatically locks, so you just have to unlock it and slide. Okay, so I put just rings on the Giffen Grip with a Sharpie just to kind of guide the way. Saves a little bit of time. You don't have to do that if you have one. So these guys are, it's like little kind of foamy paper almost. It's kind of hard to explain. It's something that I place between the mug and the grip because sometimes the grip edges right here will leave marks on the mug. So I just get it so it's close. And like so. Okay, and then tighten it. Check to make sure it's not wiggling. And then lock it in place. Okay, so it looks like it's pretty good. So this guy is the Diamond Core trim tool. Some of them have the number etched on them. This one doesn't, so I do not recall what number this one is. I will put it in the description below. Okay, so Diamond Core tools. I have many Diamond Core tools. I absolutely love these guys. They are a little bit more expensive, but they are truly worth the money. So I'm just sliding along. Just to make it nice and flat here. Okay, and then just gonna switch to this guy here. So this one does have the number, it's T5, so this is another Diamond Core Tools. The really nice thing about these is that you buy the tool, you get an extra blade. So you just unscrew these guys when you're ready to replace it, put the new one on. You don't have to get a whole new tool. You can also buy replacements separately for these guys. So it's fantastic. So unless you break this, which I don't think that would ever happen, but unless you do, you don't have to buy another tool. You can just buy the replacements. Okay, so the reason why I'm holding on here is because I started off with the original Giffen Grip, and it sits quite a bit higher off the wheel head. It's quite a bit bigger. So when you're trimming, the trimmings would go flying and there would be trimmings all over the floor. So they came out with this mini, which is really nice, but I'm still kind of sometimes in the habit So with this one, I'm not gonna do a foot ring. I'm just gonna do a nice little rounded. Sometimes I do foot rings, sometimes I do it like this. Kind of depends on my mood and if I was generous with the amount of clay that I left at the bottom when I was throwing. So now I'm getting to the point where I'm bumping into these grips. So I'm going to take these ones off. So I'll put the shorter ones on now. Make sure it's nice and snug. Lock it in place, and then we can carry on. Another reason that I love these trim tools is because I had problems with other trim tools that caused chattering. So if you don't want chattering, it's a bit of a bummer. If you want chattering, that's fantastic. But when you don't, it kind of sucks. Another reason to love Diamond Core tools. Their carvers also come with extra blades. So I come so that I'm facing it this way just to see how the shape is coming. So it's not too bad. It's nice and even, nice and uniform. So with my red rib, you can see that I was just burnishing it a little bit. Sometimes there are little marks left from the tools. So just using a rib can eliminate that. You can just use your finger just to soften that edge a little bit. I do use the Diamond Core tools sanding pads to sand the bottoms of all of my pots so that nothing scratches the customer's tabletops or countertops. Okay, so that bottom is done. And I'm just going to flip her over. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but this here looks a little bit shinier. Here's, you can see the throwing lines, or not, sorry, not the throwing lines. A little bit more shiny here, blah, 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 whatever. Anyways, I don't have to fucking tell everybody everything. You're an idiot, Charlotte. Okay, so I'm just going to just barely, just kind of gets those little lines from the sponge when I got the excess moisture off the vessel after I finished throwing. You can just feel a little bump here from trimming, not trimming, so I'm just going to very lightly. So the red rib that I'm using is the Cheryl Mud Tools. This is number 5. I like it because it's nice and flexible. I do have a yellow one. I don't remember what the name, I don't remember what number it is. I don't use it very often, but when I have 2 of these. When I have 2 of these guys because I use it for throwing, but then I also use the other one for when I'm applying underglaze transfers to a mug body. And one day I will show you guys how I do that. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm just going to make sure that there's no marks or bloops, as I call them. And that feels good. Okay, so there is a mug all trimmed up. And there we go. So there you go. So I will come back in a couple hours here. Hour. That was a nice one, Shaw. So I'll come back in about an hour and attach a handle to that mug, and then I will apply underglaze transfers. This is actually a custom mug. I make tarot mugs. So I have underglaze transfers that are the Major Arcana tarot cards. And I ask the person that's ordering it for 3 numbers between 1 and 22. So this one, the person chose 7, 17, and 21. So what I do is count out the cards, and when I get to 7, that's the first card, and then when I get to the next number, that's the second card, and then again the third number, that's the third card, and then I place them on the mug, and it is you, as in if you're the customer. The first card is the best card that represents you, and then the next card is, what is it? Hang on a second. So it's you. So then the next card is your path, and the card after that is your potential. I think I messed that up, so just fucking delete that part, Shell. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And thanks again for watching. Have a great day.